The plot of my trailer has been crafted from research into films that are inherently frightening, but feature more on psychological elements than those of blood and gore. For my trailer, I decided on the concept of sleep, dreams, and nightmares. An evil presence haunts my protagonist in her sleep, leading her to lucid dream or become a victim of sleep paralysis, where dreams follow you into reality. This is also how I decided on the title for my film, Paralysis. As she plays both the protagonist and antagonist, between worlds of nightmare and reality, the audience will feel an ambivalence towards her character, but will hopefully be intrigued. I like the idea of a horror film being able to get inside your head, and so many of my camera angles will be from the audience perspective, which should be effective in generating fear and tension. I plan for the trailer to open with indoor footage of a young girl asleep, in a room that features warm lighting and colours. While this sets the scene with an atmosphere of safety, I plan for the connection of sleep equaling safety to become more blurred and malevolent throughout the trailer. Therefore, I am using Todorov's theory of equilibrium to start my trailer, allowing the audience to feel comfort before starting to build tension. A bass sound or heartbeat will play in this section to introduce basic sound into the trailer as well. The next scene will be quick and will parallel the last, which uses long tracking shots. The teddy bear lying on its side will be snatched away forcefully by a hand of whose we cannot see. In this way, I will quickly introduce the sense of an antagonist or presence of evil. Symbolically, the teddy bear is an image of childhood, so the hand snatching it is effectively evil taking away the innocence of the child protagonist in my trailer. The next scene will be a long tracking shot from a distance. Positioning the audience, I'll follow the child up a road surrounded by trees or a similar enclosed path. As the path winds round, the character will only be slightly visible and out of reach, therefore continuing my theme of ambiguity. To introduce more of the storyline, a voiceover may play over this section, as it is quite long compared to my other scenes. This would detail information about the dreams the protagonist has, and how sometimes she seems to never be able to wake up or get back to reality. A close-up shot from behind will slowly track around the back of the character's head to her profile, where a single trickle of blood rolls down her neck. Pink bows in her hair will be the main focus of the shot to denote the twisted image of innocence. I plan for this scene to be divided into 3, fading in and out as if in and out of consciousness. I will also try to edit the colour balance so the red of the blood is more vibrant than the grey tones of the shot, making it more aesthetically interesting and subtly scarier to the audience. Next, there will be a scene of the concerned parents of the child, bringing in stereotypical secondary characters. The mise-en-scène will be mostly empty as they sit by a large window, with only the landscape and preferably rain in the background to make use of pathetic fallacy. As they discuss the child's problem sleeping, the camera will either be tilted or from an unusual angle, an idea I liked from some of the inspirational practitioners I looked at during my research. To add a contextual element to my trailer, a review will separate some of my scenes. This will include a star rating for the visual effect, but also quoted opinions from well-known genre sources, for example Empire, a prominent cinema corporation and magazine. While this fades in, a creepy song will play sung by a child, and I have already found options on a royalty-free website that would be atmospherically appropriate. The song will play over the following shots to lead the trailer towards a climax. Another scene of the antagonist from afar will be next, this time from behind a tree or plant. To heighten the tension, however, there will be a further element of danger, such as blood on the character's hand. As she turns, the handheld camera will spin away in fear, and this recreates the audience's own reaction. The song will stop in time with this shot as it cuts to black suddenly. The final shot will be an extreme close-up of the girl's face. As her eyes open suddenly and she gasps, the title of the film Paralysis will fade over them, as well as the conventional tagline of Coming Soon. The heartbeat sound effect that I used in the first scene of the trailer I will reuse here, to create a circular narrative that should hopefully end my trailer well. My aim by this point in the trailer is to leave my audience intrigued, having given them little information, but instead a range of aesthetics and atmosphere to gauge what feeling they could get from watching the full film. Therefore, I will be conscious when referring to this storyboard of constantly building tension, whilst also questioning my demographic's possible reactions.